great-great-grandmother had been here for 10 years, yet spoke no English. Oh, my gosh. 1930 census says Tommy's 3 times great-grandmother had been here for 41 years and still spoke German. She didn't speak English either. She doesn't even know her own history. She certainly doesn't know this country's history.
Fox News contributor Tomi Lahren is here to respond to that. So, Tomi, what led to that bashing on The View?
Welcome back, it's Dee. In a heated showdown on The View, sparks flew as Sunny Hostin and Tomi Lahren clashed over immigration policy. Hostin attempted to undermine Lahren by spotlighting her ancestry, claiming it conflicted with her merit-based immigration stance. She brought up that Lahren's ancestors, who emigrated from Norway and Germany in the 1800s, reportedly didn't speak English even decades after settling in the US, but Lahren wasn't about to let that slide. She fired back with a bold, no-nonsense rebuttal, asserting that her family followed legal immigration procedures, perfectly aligning with the principles she champions today.
Really, what she did is prove that my family came here legally, but what she was hoping to do was try to call me a hypocrite for believing in merit-based immigration. Again, she failed miserably. But this really isn't what she calls resistance genealogy. It's just another indication of Trump derangement syndrome. They don't seem to understand that we on the right believe in immigration. We understand that we are a nation of immigrants, and I am proud of my heritage. However, I do believe that the immigration crisis of today is apples to oranges from what it was in the 1800s when immigrants came to this country legally, were documented, worked for themselves, asked for nothing, and built a life and a family. That has nothing to do with the illegal immigration crisis of today that we must deal with. But they don't want to acknowledge that.
Before we get too far into today's story, please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. Lahren then turned Hostin's argument on its head, pointing out that the focus on her ancestry only reinforced her family's adherence to the rules. She confidently drove home her point, emphasizing the key difference between legal immigration and what she called unchecked illegal crossings, which she argued are at the heart of today's challenges. Her firm stance resonated with her supporters, putting a spotlight on respecting the law and advocating for a merit-based system over emotional appeals or historical nitpicking. With her sharp rebuttal, Lahren set the tone for the rest of the debate, making it clear she wasn't backing down from her message.
But every nation has the right to enforce their border. Every nation has a right to protect its citizens. I've said it before. You don't lock your door because you hate the people outside. You lock it because you believe in protecting the people inside. That is why we have a border.
The debate soon widened to the broader issue of immigration policies, where Tomi Lahren doubled down on her stance. She acknowledged that America is undeniably a nation of immigrants, but stressed the critical need to uphold legal pathways. Lahren argued that comparing historical immigration patterns to modern times is misleading, as the circumstances are vastly different. She pointed out that immigrants in the 1800s arrived legally, pursuing opportunities without relying on public assistance, unlike today's challenges, which include border security concerns and resource strains. Her sharp distinction between legal and illegal immigration stirred mixed reactions from the audience, while some hosts tried to counter her by arguing that the essence of immigration hasn't changed.
They're dragging us down because we all come from immigrants, including you, Tomi Lahren.
She talks about low skills. What exactly are her skills? Her second great-grandmother had been here for 10 years, yet spoke no English. Oh, my gosh. 1930 census says Tommy's 3 times great-grandmother had been here for 41 years and still spoke German. She didn't speak English either.
Lahren held firm. She emphasized that contemporary immigration policies must reflect the complexities of today's interconnected world. Factors like national security and economic pressures, which she claimed weren't as pressing in the 1800s. Her unwavering position kept the discussion fiery and focused, drawing a clear line between history and present-day realities. Hostin's attempt to target Tomi Lahren's ancestry backfired spectacularly, giving Lahren the perfect platform to display her poise and sharp humor. Lahren quipped that she didn't even need a service like 23andMe because Hostin had already done all the digging for her. The clever remark drew laughs, shifted the tone, and emphasized the triviality of Hostin's approach. Rather than discrediting Lahren, the Ancestry attack inadvertently gave her a chance to double down on her narrative about the importance of respecting immigration laws. This Ancestry debate also spotlighted a growing trend in political discourse, using personal attacks to overshadow substantive issues. Lahren seized the moment to call out shows like The View for leaning into sensationalism rather than tackling meaningful topics. Her pointed critique about prioritizing drama over solutions landed like a mic drop moment, leaving the host visibly struggling to redirect the conversation. The moment underscored the divide between entertainment-driven debates and serious policy discussions.
Hostin. Sounds like a town. We're in Sunny Hostin. She was on PBS's Finding Your Roots, a show dedicated to researching celebrity ancestry.
Wow. I'm a little bit in shock. I just always thought of myself as Puerto Rican, half Puerto Rican. I didn't think I was, my family was originally from Spain and slaveholders.
The debate also highlighted the power of public perception in shaping these discussions. Lahren positioned herself as a rational advocate for order and structure, while Hostin and others leaned heavily on emotional arguments. This stark contrast underscored the struggle to find common ground, with both sides accusing one another of oversimplifying a complex issue. The ideological divide was on full display, showing just how difficult it is to bridge the gap in such a polarizing topic. Love her or hate her, Lahren's performance on The View offered a valuable lesson on the importance of staying sharp, composed, and on message in today's polarizing political landscape. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe as to not miss your favorite celebrity chatter.